Hi, dear children, how are you all? Good. Okay, did you all study your lesson 4? Yes or no? Yes. Okay, good. Study thoroughly your portions. See, today we are going to learn our new lesson. Lesson 5, the joy of learning. The joy of learning. In this lesson, the joy of learning, we are full and fully going to learn about importance of learning. Learning means you all know at school what you do, you learn, isn't it? Yes. Now the story time. In this lesson 5, the joy of learning, have a story, ever a learner, ever a learner. See, in this story, we have a person named Dattatreya. Dattatreya. See, this Dattatreya was the son of a great guru. Guru means you all know, like a saint, a teacher, greatest teacher are called guru. In olden days, there will be this guru only. Don't tell them as teacher or miss or ma'am. Likewise, they are called guru. In ashramam, they will go and learn. There they call them guru, and the students are called sishyas. Guru and sishyas. See, this Dattatreya was a wonderful child. He was wise and wonderful. When he was just 12 years, he spent a lot of time wandering in the forest. Wandering means fully enjoying inside the forest. He will admire the flowers, he will spend time with animals, birds, everything, okay? He spent more time with birds, monkeys, butterflies, and deer than with other boys of his age. He won't play with the boys of his age. He will always used to play with animals, flowers, birds, everything. He also learnt valuable lessons from everything around him. So he thought this nature, wandering in the forest will give him knowledge. So he always spent more time in the forest. One day, a king went inside the forest. He met Dattatreya. He saw Dattatreya's activities and he was impressed by his brightness. because he was just 12 years old, and also he had more knowledge, and also his skills were different from any other. By seeing this, the king admired him, and he thought a teacher who can make a young boy so wise must be a great person. He thought that the guru must be a greatest guru in the world, and he asked him, Dattatreya, who is your teacher? What is the name of your teacher? By hearing this, Dattatreya replied, I have not one teacher but many teachers. The king was shocked by hearing this, and he did not believe him, because we all have one teacher. That means now we are having different subject teachers, but in olden days there will be only one teacher. So the king did not believe him. And again the king asked Dattatreya, who is your teacher? He replied that I learned lessons from nature. Nature is my teacher. That means trees, fire, wind, animals, birds, and insects. And also he told, I learned learned more things inside the forest. By this, through this nature, I have learned more things. I am always looking for teachers who can teach me new lessons. Likewise, he replied. By hearing this, the king was very surprised and very happy, because it was the truth. Nature is the greatest teacher. See, and also here are some of Dattatreya's teachers and the lessons they taught him. The earth. The earth taught him how to bear everything in life. See, the earth, earth means the land. The land is bearing everything in the world, isn't it? The land bears the house, buildings, we living beings, everything, and other objects they are bearing. So the earth taught him how to bear everything in life. Then water. Water taught him to be clear, cool, and calm. See, the water is always clear, isn't it? And it will be cool, and also it is calm. So the water taught him to be clear, cool, and calm. The fire. Fire taught him to enjoy every day and every moment. See, the fire is so bright and always very actively it will flow flame, isn't it? The flames will enjoy, the fire enjoys like a brightest sun. So fire taught him to enjoy every day and every moment. Air taught him to be on the move all the time. See, air moves from one place to another, isn't it? Likewise, that taught him to be on the move all the time, so that he would not become too fond of any one place or thing. So he will not stay in any one place, he will move. The sun taught him to give warmth to others. That means the warmth means here the warmth explains that sharing. Sharing means giving others, helping others. Okay. Butterflies taught him to gather knowledge from many places. Butterfly gathers honey from flowers and makes it a nectar, isn't it? Likewise, the butterflies taught him to gather knowledge from many places, not from one place or not from one teacher or one person. The butterfly taught him to gather knowledge from many places. Spiders, you all know spiders, isn't it? What the spider will do? It build the web, isn't it? The web is spin their own webs. That way, through the spinning, they will spin their webs, isn't it? So the spiders taught him to value his own abilities. We all have our own abilities. To value the own abilities, he learned from the spiders. Okay, this all the. This is the fifth lesson, the joy of learning. See, here we have the story, and also before that, here is some important points. Learning goes on all the time, and it is important to keep our minds and hearts open to it. When we learn, we grow. At school, we learn about the world. We learn the skills we need for life. Both at home and in school, we learn to make friends, to share, to understand ourselves, and to live peacefully with others. Nature is the greatest teacher of all. Here is a story about someone who allowed nature to teach him. Let's read. Ever a learner, ever a learner. Here, Dattatreya, this name is Dattatreya, was the son of a great guru. He was a wonderful child. When he was just 12 years old, he spent a lot of time wandering in the forests. He spent more time with birds, monkeys, butterflies, and deer than with other boys of his age. He learnt valuable lessons from everything around him as he watched everything carefully and thought about what he saw. One day a king met Dattatreya. He was impressed by the child's brightness. The king thought, a teacher who can make a young boy so wise must be a great person. And he asked Dattatreya's son, "What is the name of your teacher?" Dattatreya replying, "I have not one but many teachers." The king did not believe him. But again Dattatreya replied, "I learned lessons from nature, like trees, fire, wind, animals, birds, and insects. I am always looking for teachers who can teach me new lessons." Here are some Dattatreya's teachers and the lessons they taught him. The earth taught him how to bear everything in life. Water taught him to be clear, cool, and calm. Fire taught him to enjoy every day and every moment. Air taught him to be on the move all the time, so that he would not become too fond of any one place or thing. The sun taught him to give warmth to others. Butterflies taught him to gather knowledge from many places. Spiders, which spin their own webs, taught him to value his own abilities. Okay, children, did you all understand this story? Yes. And also, let's understand, some things are taught to you, some things you learn for yourself. Your elder brother or sister may have taught you how to ride a bicycle safely, but no one had to teach you how to walk. You learned specific things at school: geography, history, science, mathematics, and languages. But there must be many other things that you have already learnt. Can you shell peas, fold a towel, set the table for dinner, take the dog for a walk? Learning from books is only one kind of learning. Remember that learning does not stop there. We learn to play games, to sing, draw, and dance. We learn to do gardening and grow flowers and vegetables, to cook and sew, and look after babies and pets. Learning to be kind and loving are also important lessons. What Dattatreya learned from the sun, the earth, and the animals was not just geography and science. He learned the values of life from them. There is something to learn from everything around us. We must keep our minds open to these lessons and try to understand them. That's all your lesson 4. Lesson 5. The joy of learning. Lesson 5. Okay, children. Children, this is your lesson 5 notes. Lesson 5. The joy of learning. The joy of learning. First Roman letter, choose the correct answers. First one, dash goes on all the time, and it is important to keep our minds and hearts open to it. A, sleeping. B, learning. C, working. Answer is B, learning. Learning, learning. Second one, when we learn, we dash. A, fall. B, fail. C, grow. Answer is grow. When we learn, we grow. G-R-O-W, grow. Third one, dash is the greatest teacher of all. A, nature. B, school. C, industry. Nature. Nature is the greatest teacher of all. Nature. 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 Fourth one. There is something to learn from everything. Dashes. A. Above. B. Behind. C. Around. Answer is around. 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 There is something to learn from everything around us. Fifth one. At school we learn about the dash. A. World. B. Subject. C. Skills. World. 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 At school we learn about the world. Second Roman letter, filling the blanks. First one. Dash was the son of a great guru. Dattatreya. Dattatreya. Dattatreya was the son of a great guru. Dattatreya spent a lot of time in the dash. Forest. 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 Dattatreya spent a lot of time in the forest. One day a dash met Dattatreya. One day a king met Dattatreya. King. K-I-N-G. King. The king did not dash him. The king did not believe him. B-E-L-I-E-V-E. Believe him. Fifth one. Dattatreya always looking for teachers who can teach him dash lessons. Dattatreya always looking for teachers who can teach him new lessons. N-E-W. New lessons. In this lessons, you are not having match the following. Only choose the correct answer and fill in the blanks. Study thoroughly with the spellings. Okay, children.